Show you how to mix 2 beef and macaroni and cheese. Here I have half a pot boiling water because I'm going to do 2 Kraft macaroni and cheese, the original. I love the original flavor of Kraft macaroni and cheese. I will open these 2 boxes and throw them inside the hot water to boil. The boiling water to continue cooking. Okay, here I have the 2 open boxes. I throw one already. Pour the other macaroni and cheese inside the boiling water. And with that I got 2 packages of cheese. This will be added into the finished macaroni. At this time we want to stir it up so they don't be lumpy or stick together. I want to turn this macaroni and cheese and let it boil about 10 minutes. You don't want it to overboil, be too soft and soggy. I want it to be kind of a grainy. So this is the macaroni and cheese going to boil for about 10 minutes. And we'll come back to it. And also make sure you have enough water so you don't have to keep adding water. This amount of water will boil both packs together. In the meantime, I'm cutting up this beef. It makes 2 beef. I don't know, I might turn it into curry beef. How about that? Beef stew, curry beef. Let's see what comes up in my mind. You could make it how you want it. Now I'm going to cut this entire cap meat here into this and put it in this karahi, and then, or the frying pan, whatever you want to call it, the cooking pan. So let me continue cutting and I'll show you. Now here I have my cut beef. It's all cut up, remember, and I make nice chunks. So you're going to boil it good and let it simmer down and be soft and tender. Now I'm going to wash up my little bowl. It's always good to wash up as you go by. Now I'm going to wash this beef up good with some vinegar, some salt, some lemon, about 2-3 times, so it could be nice and clean. Now for those that don't like to eat beef, I must tell you, for those that say beef no good to eat, well, my philosophy is, if you can take away the milk that belongs to the little cows, the little calves, then why not eat the meat? It's the same thing. Beef is good. Now remember, I told you I'm going to use vinegar and salt with some lemon. Well, I am out of vinegar, so I could substitute for some lime. Nice. Squeeze up the lime good and then put the juice inside and wash it down good with salt. Same thing. Okay, here we go. There's the lime juice. Squeeze it up good in there. Want to put the skin on everything. Want to put the skin on all, you see? Nice. Wash it up good with the beef. Then put some salt. Salt kills a lot of bacteria if there's any also. Wash it up good. Now what I will do is let it soak a little bit for about 2 minutes, that's all. And then I will rinse it with clean water. Then I'll throw some seasoning. I think I might do curry beef. How about that? Yeah, nice curry beef. It doesn't take long. In the meantime, my macaroni is cooking. Meantime, the beef is soaking. Check it out, it's coming up. Give it another 5 minutes. See, you have enough water so you don't have to keep adding water. Let it boil with the same consistency of the temperature water. Now I drained the water that it was soaked in the lime and the salt. I drained it out. We rinse it twice. So I'll give it a final rinse of clear water. Delicious clean beef. Now that's my beef already cleaned up nicely. Time to season. I'm gonna put some salt. Don't want to put too much, but I'll put it off because I'll add potato inside of this. I'm gonna end up making curry. Put some black pepper. Put a lot of black pepper. I'm gonna add me some garlic powder. Garlic powder gives a great flavor. Later I'll add onion and garlic, but it's okay. Here comes the garlic powder. Eyeball, I don't measure, you know, I eyeball. Every taste, every season is a taste. Here I'll put 2 teaspoons of curry powder. Now this is the catch. Usually people burn the curry powder in oil, but I will add everything, add the oil with this and let it burn by itself into the meat. And of course I'm gonna put some masala. Masala give it a wonderful flavor there, and masala goes well with curry. Add a teaspoon of masala. That's all. Then later on, as it's in the pot, what I will do, I'll add onion and garlic. That's all, and some celeries. Let it boil up. Now I'm going to check the macaroni and cheese. It's about done. Macaroni should be done. I don't want it to be too sulky and too hard, so I'll let it go fluffy a little bit more. Let it soften up a little bit more. Give it another 5 minutes. Now on top of all the seasoning, I add the oil. I want it to kind of a stir fry with everything inside. Now what I'll do, I will mix it up. You could actually mix it with your hand or use a spoon. It doesn't matter because it's just the beginning of the curry. So I just want it to be marinated in meat. You know, let it coat the meat all over. It doesn't have to be specific on every meat, whatever is there, because we want this to stir fry with the curry powder and the little oil we put inside. Yeah, I know some people, many people, what they do, they put the curry and they kind of call it bunjal, but I do a different style. Try my style, you'll enjoy it. Alright, I got my stove light ready, my fire ready to go. Here comes the curry. Okay, I got my oil with all the season. Let this do its thing. It's going to leak its water and simmer. It's kind of infuse everything. All the seasoning and everything. It's going to give a sound. We're going to check this back in about 10 minutes. So what we're going to do now is carefully cover this. Look at it. We're going to take a look and see what it looks like in 10 minutes. Cover it, let it do its thing. Now the macaroni is done. The macaroni and cheese is finished, but the mixture is left. This is good texture here for the macaroni. It's pretty good. Now, time to drain it. Got the strainer all rinsed properly. Now we're going to bring that macaroni and drain it out, and you see what it looks like. Alright, you see, I got some in the pot here. What you want to do, you want to turn this up. You want to, whenever you drain the macaroni, you're going to have some left in the pot. No big deal. Just move it around so it doesn't stick. All this is going to be incorporated in the mixture. The macaroni, this is what it looks like after draining. Now this is going to, you want to mix this up. You want to mix all the mixture it comes with, the cheese and all of that, while it's hot. So everything incorporated and melt inside, alright? So it gains a fluffiness. Now what I will do with this, I'll throw it back into the pan. The same pan it was cooked in, so it stays hot and nice and fluffy. When you drain, you may tend to have some extras that left in the strainer. No big deal. All you got to do is take your hand, take a spoon and just scrape it out like this. Put it into the pot. There it goes. Everything is into the pot. Now remember, you want to get everything done as quickly as possible before this macaroni and cheese cool down. Now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what the mixture in this now. Remember, it came with 2 packages. If you use 3 packages, you're going to have 3 packs of cheese. These are extra for the flavor. So you're going to tear this and put it inside. And here is the other pack. I already got 1 pack inside, 1 pack of cheese. Now we're going to put the other pack inside. You don't want to cheat the cheese it came with, because if you cheat the cheese, then you're not going to have a good tasty macaroni. Right amount of cheese. The company usually knows what they do with that. Now you're going to mix it up. Mix it up very gently. You don't have to be too gentle because you want it to be incorporated in the macaroni. You don't want to miss nothing. Now Notice something, it's kind of getting sticky here with the cheese, but I'll show you the secret now, how you get it loosened up and tasty. The secret is you take some butter. It don't have to be this slice. You could use regular butter in the margarine butter, any butter. I happen to have this cube butter. I'm going to slice it up a couple pieces, put it inside. Extra. Delicious. Now I'm going to try this macaroni. I'm going to take it from here now. I wish you could have seen me eat it. I don't know if you're going to see me, but let me see. Delicious. You could eat it with mayonnaise, ketchup, anything. Macaroni and cheese. Try my recipe, folks. You will enjoy it. Now remember, we're not done. That beef is cooking. So I'll show you the finishing process of that. Imagine macaroni in the plate with some beef in the side. Oh my gosh. Now in the meantime, the beef is steaming down with all the goodness, all the curry powder and masala and so. What we're going to do is prepare the onion, garlic and some green pepper, that's all. Here I have whole green pepper. I'm not going to use all, I'm going to use half. But I'll use the whole onion with about 3 cloves of garlic. Alright, here we are, the onion cut up and the half a pepper, bell pepper cut up with the 3 cloves of garlic. Now you don't have to be pretty with cutting up. You cut it how you want. See, I left some big chunks of green pepper. I like to eat that crunchiness or feel that pepper, you know. I don't want it to disappear in my pot. It's all up to you how you want it. Cut up, cut any style you want. You don't have to be pretty with cutting onion, garlic and bell pepper and all of that. Now we go back to the pan, we open the pan and see what's going on here. It's steaming down nicely. Now it's time to get it down with the onion and garlic to caramelize in there and give that flavor. In goes the onion and garlic and bell pepper. That will do its thing. Let me turn it up now. Turn this up now so it's going to give that flavor. It's going to steam down. When this dissolves down, when the water burns out, we're going to see a solid, we're going to hear that shh, that sound with all the onion and everything incorporated here. Now we're going to cover this, let it go again. It's beef. Then we're going to reboil it, and later we're going to add potato. I love potato with beef, you know. Nice curry beef and potato. Delicious. Okay, I'm going to cover this another 10 minutes. And remember, folks, clean up as you go. I'll wash up my board, wash up my plate. Now a lot of people, I'm going to tell you this what I noticed. A lot of people when they cook and they cover a pot, they kind of go like this. So they say the steam is going to escape. No, I do it my way. I go like this, cover completely, that entire seal. Now it's like a secret pressure cooker without pressure in. So you have a tender meat. All the heat absorb inside. The heat will hold into the meat. Alright? Okay, another 10 minutes into the process of cooking. Look at this. It dries down. You're going to stir it up now. Now it's kind of a bunjaling inside the meat itself. Oh gosh, the curry powder and the masala and the seasoning. All is going to... You could hear that cheer I was talking about. Oh yeah. Now we're going to turn it up. And it's going to stir fry with that curry powder and that. So the meat is bunjaling inside of the curry powder from beginning. So it's well cooked and burnt down as you were to put only the curry powder and masala. But this, to me, gives the meat a flavor, a curry texture. Because from beginning the meat has been absorbing all the flavor of the curry powder, the masala, and the onion and garlic. And the seasoning, of course. Now, I will let it kind of a stir fry a little bit more for another 5 minutes, then add water. Now I show you another secret of my cooking. I never like to use the tap water, the pipe water, directly into the curry or any food I'm making. So what do you do if now I want to add hot water in here so that it continues boiling, right? It's going to continue boiling with the same temperature. I don't want the cooking process to slow down. I don't want the water, the pot to get cool, right, when I throw cold water. So what I do, the secret is always have a little kettle or something and have water boiling in here. So when I'm ready to put, that kettle is full, by the way. Now, when I'm ready to throw the water in here, it's going to be hot from the kettle, so the cooking process continues. Now I'm going to tell you this, if you like my channel and you like my videos, as you know, if you look at my channel, I don't have one video of the same category. I have all different, whatever come to my mind I bring to you. Now just, you can subscribe, I plead to you, subscribe on my channel, ring that bell, give me a thumbs up, so you could get notified whenever I make new videos. As you know, you will be surprised to see different things. I even sing song, I talk, I do everything, right? Yes, and I cook all different things, make different things, you know. So you're not going to miss out on anything. Subscribe to my channel, please. Ring that notification bell. Give me a thumbs up. Tell me what you think. Leave your comment below. So we're waiting. Let this continue boiling. Let me take a peek. There it is. We're going to stir it up a little bit more because now it's coming down to that bunjaling process. See, now we don't want it to burn. We don't want this to burn. We're going to just keep turning it. It's coming to the stage where we're going to add water at this point. Now everything is kind of a caramelized. I want you to see this clearly. Wait. Remove this cover. Look at that. Everything is caramelized into that. Now the curry powder, the masala, everything is in there. You can see the bottom of the pot is all the goodness is there. So now we're going to add, the water is hot. So we're going to add it into the pot now. And what we're going to do, we're going to let it boil. This is beef, by the way. So we're going to let it boil for approximately 1 hour on high heat. Then we turn it down to medium. All right, and then it's going to continue. So it's going to be tender in the plate and delicious. Imagine that macaroni on the side of it. You could eat it with bread. You could eat it just like that. Whatever you want to eat it with. You could eat it with rice. I don't know, I'm in the mood of macaroni and beef. Now my advice to you, you could do pork the same way, you could do chicken the same way, you could do all meat the same way, goat, whatever, lamb, whatever you want to eat. Same way. Trust me, you're going to have a good texture. At this point, we're going to keep turning it because we're coming to the final process where the curry powder is bunjaling with the meat, you would say, or stir frying with the meat. Some say bunjal, some say stir fry, right? Bunjal is the process for curry though. The word is bunjal. Everybody uses all the West Indians use bunjal or chunky. Well, this is how I do it. Chunky with the meat, folks. You're gonna have a tasty meat also. Oh man. Now keep in mind, we didn't put much salt from the beginning because remember, salt holds back the process of making a tender meat. Meat tends to stiffen or harden whenever salt is involved. So you want to put the salt later on as I taste when the curry is almost finished. I already put salt, but I'm going to re-put to give it a tasty flavor. Now look at it. Look at this, without water as yet. Oh man, this is bunjal with its own meat, with the meat itself, with its own flavor, the own liquid and everything. This is perfect. Now I drained off, I burnt out, remember I burnt out the liquid that the meat had inside, the water that you rinse it with, you know. Now I'm ready to throw in the pot and I'm going to cover this meat. I'll let it boil. High heat for about half an hour, then medium heat for another hour. And this will be all tender. Then I'll add my salt, give it a taste, and show you what it looks like. Yes, we continue. I must tell you folks, if you saw a blank spot just now, that's because I forgot to take the camera off and I put it in a place where it was dark just to eat some more macaroni and cheese. 10 minutes into the pot, let's see what it looks like. Oh, boiling away. That's all we need to see. Let it keep boiling. You don't have to keep turning it because we did a turning already. So let it boil. We don't want to interfere with it. Let it hold that heat and continue.